Aloha kako, I'm Chef Gooch and you're watching KTA Kitchens. Today we're going to be doing a salt-baked beet salad with ka'u oranges. Ka'u oranges are one of my favorite, one of the greatest blessings that Hawaii produce ever got. It's got a thinner skin than your normal Valencias and your commercial oranges. They're a little bit harder to peel by hand, but the effort is way worth it. So to start off today, we've got 2 to 4 pounds of red and golden beets, 4 ka'u oranges, a quarter cup of pine nuts that have been roasted and crushed, quarter cup of flat leaf Italian parsley that's been chopped, quarter cup of thinly sliced red onions, sherry vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, 2 cloves of garlic minced, a pinch of smoked paprika, and a pinch each of sugar, salt, and of course, fresh cracked pepper. So first what we're going to do is we're going to get our beets in the oven. The reason why we salt bake our beets is that one, it kind of seasons it from the outside in, and it also helps to retain moisture. Most of us growing up, local people, we don't know beets. The only beets that I knew growing up was in a can, and they're horrible. I didn't learn the joys of a really good beet till much later. Until I moved to the States, was cooking on the East Coast, and I found out that a fresh beet cooked perfectly is an amazing thing. So first what we're gonna do is we got our red and our yellow beets. We washed them, we kept the tops on, and then right now we're gonna nestle them in a pan. When you salt roast your beets, you wanna put it into the smallest pan possible. It saves on salt. It packs it in a lot better. You don't want to have to use, let's say, 10 pounds of salt for 3 beets. So we snuggled it right inside. This is a restaurant-sized quarter pan. You can use, a cake pan. You could, if you need to be, you could use a deep, one of the deep foil pans. Whatever it is you can find around. So once they've been cleaned, we're gonna go ahead here and cover it with potluck. Just enough to cover them. Some more if you need. Just about like that. That little guy sticking up there, well, not anymore. Okay, so the oven has been preset to 300 degrees. That's all there is to it. We're gonna get in the oven low and slow till it's done. We're gonna know it's done when we take like a paring knife, or in this case I have a thin piece of wire that I use just for the purposes of making sure that things are temped correctly. You're gonna stick it in, and when it's no resistance, kind of like the way you cook, you perfectly cook potato or kalo, and it comes out smooth, it's done. So while the beets are roasting away, let's go ahead and let's build our dressing. So what we've done here is, first we're gonna take a quarter cup of sherry vinegar. Okay. Then we're gonna take about 3/4 of a cup of our extra virgin olive oil. A lot of times when people ask about, cooking, they go, how do you do this? How do you do that? What made you think of putting this much ingredients? The secret to cooking is ratios. It's all about ratios. So your basic vinaigrette, whether you're using sherry vinegar, rice vinegar, palm vinegar, whatever it is, lemon juice, we tend to go to a 3-to-1 ratio. 3 parts of fat, 3 parts of olive oil, vegetable oil, canola, whatever and then 1 part of any type of an acid, so vinegar, lemon juice, etc. So we got 3-to-1, 3/4 cups olive oil, 1/4 cup sherry vinegar. So after that, we can go ahead, we're gonna add our pinch of smoked paprika, pinch of sugar, pinch of salt. Okay, maybe a little more than a pinch of salt. Like that. Go ahead and mince your 2 garlic. In this case, we're going to use our handy microplane. Every cook's best friend. This invention was really cool. Microplane was actually invented by a woodworker who decided to try and utilize his woodworking tools in a kitchen, and quickly became like a kitchen standard. They're actually relatively inexpensive. And once you have one for your kitchen, you're going to realize, how did I live without one? So the last bit of acid is we want to use the juice that's reserved from the ka'u oranges as we segment them. So how to segment an orange? This is the same technique you can use for a grapefruit, lemon, anything. So you got your North Pole and your South Pole, right? You take the ends off. Like so. And then using your knife, you just follow the curvature of the fruit. The next cut follows the white part, the pith, all the way around. Just like that. Ta-da! Single, guys, is a great way to impress a date. Serve them a salad with segmented oranges. I mean, so I've heard. Okay, next you got a paring knife. You're gonna wanna follow the white part, yeah? You just cut down in, cut in, cut in, like that. And you're gonna go all the way around. All the way around. Not too bad when you're doing 1 or 2, but imagine when you're working a banquet and you gotta do 500. All the way around. Okay? So once you finish your segments, you go like this. What I like to do is I keep the juice. Ah. Smart, that. Waste nothing. Use everything. Okay. So once you have that, the oranges, the segments, of course, you can use it later on. Mix, 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 mix. One of the really important things to effective cooking professionally is tasting. We tell our cooks, taste everything. Taste, 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 taste. Taste it all. Taste it before you start, in the middle of the time you're working, and afterwards. Always taste. So really important. Taste your food. It's good. Our beets have been in the oven about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. At right around the hour and a half mark, I tend to check it. I'll pull it out. You know, I'll stick my little poker inside and I'll test it. So right now we're gonna test it again. Oh, bugger's hot. Okay. Yeah, so there is no moisture going in. As you can tell that the beets actually released a little bit of moisture. The salt kind of settled. Let's check it. Smooth. Yup. You can check it to make sure it's hot. Smooth. Oh yeah, we're gold. We're good. We're golden. Okay. So, what we can do now, we can careful because they're hot. You could also get a cake pan and just dump it out, but you know me, I like to make life hard for myself. Yeah. So now we're gonna clean our beets. There's a couple ways that we can do it. We could take a rag and just kind of wipe it off, or you can actually take your paring knife, you can cut off the ends like so, and then peel, just like that, all the way around. You know, with our style of cooking, I like to tell the guys to, you know, cut it and you want to make it look like natural perfection. We don't sit around with, you know, a pair of tweezers and a microscope and make everything absolutely perfect. We want to kind of look like as how nature intended it to. So we just give it a couple slices, you know, maybe one cut across or two. And don't be ashamed, don't be scared, just make it random perfection. Those of you that know me could probably attest. Okay, beets in. Let's bring it home. We've got our dressing. We made more dressing than we need, but don't worry, she lasts a long time. You want to dress just enough so that when you move the bowl, you don't see a puddle of dressing at the bottom. You see a puddle of the dressing with any salad, you've overdressed it. Okay. Got our flat leaf Italian parsley. You can either chop it or you can just tear it roughly like this. I like my guests to see what they're eating. I don't want people guessing as to what it is. You know, you bite it and the flavors pop and you know it's parsley. So, thinly sliced onions. We've got our orange segments. Don't forget the orange, the reserved orange juice is already in there, yeah? Got our pine nuts. Just barely toss to coat it. Don't forget to taste the final product. Salt's good. Acid. A little more olive oil. There you go. Okay, so this beet salad is a really good dish to bring with you to a potluck. It holds well. You can throw it in a pan and take it to grandma's house. Hang out all day long. You're all good. I love to personally. I like a sparkling rosé with this. Rosé is dry and it's bright. You got some crisp acidity going on there. It kind of complements the earthiness of the beets itself. Yeah. You can finish up if you want. You can finish it with a little bit of potluck, a little sea salt there. Okay. Everything comes through. Got the acidity, the garlic. Sparkling rosé you can drink for days. So once again, I'm Chef Gooch, and mahalo nui for watching KTA Kitchens.